Let's keep it a buck 50. We live in a society that either can't read or won't read because there's an audiobook. But look at this for a second. The Panther guys have their own magazine called Panther Magazine. And this is a Canada issue. My thing is, I'm all for supporting small businesses, but rarely do I come across a business as lucrative as the Panther Magazine. I mean, let's be honest, right? If you ask one of these kids what a magazine is, they'll probably reach in their pocket and grab out a Draco clip with 762 hollow points in that motherfucker. I mean, let's take it back to the early 2000s. Remember you going to Walgreens with your mom, she going to pick up some tampons and shit, and you see a car and driver magazine, a JDM magazine, a European car magazine with a BMW fucking E46 on the front of that motherfucker. You like, ooh, you go to read it and you see all of this fantastic shit. You didn't even know a turbo from a fucking blow dryer. So yes, if you want to read the Panther magazines or you want your own issue of Panther magazine, go to official Panther magazine on Instagram. Go to the link in their bio, right? And get you a copy. Make sure you follow them on Instagram also. I love you guys. Y'all stay easy. And let's support this magazine. Takeovers. Why are they the topic of today? I'll tell you why. Because up until like 2019, takeovers really weren't that bad. Not to the scale they are now. Takeovers didn't become an issue until people started looking at takeover videos and spotting they stolen Hellcats and Nissan Altimas and all these other vehicles at takeovers that didn't belong to them. And then these takeovers went from people stealing Hellcats just to go to these takeovers to people using takeovers as a ploy to break and enter into businesses and shit, loot and shit, that junky shit. It don't matter if you drive a Hellcat, a Scat Pack, a Jeep, a Hummer, a Nissan Altima. Your best bet to keep people from stealing your shit is to get a neutral lockout switch. Meaning, no matter how hard they try to put your shit in neutral, they can't. They just gonna be trying to push that bitch all day. They're not getting away with that car if it's a neutral lockout switch. They're gonna either need a wrecker or a flatbed truck. One of the two. But by that time, you would have probably popped out of your house and got the blicking at them. You're also going to need an air tag. Do not take no chances. Multiple air tags at that. If you got to put 20 air tags in that bitch, do that. But don't just be taking chances. Okay, cool. Well, guru, fuck all that. I'm just finna park my Hellcat or my Camaro SS behind 5 cars. Listen, a motherfucker that's motivated, you knocked out sleep. Listen, you knocked out sleep. A motherfucker that's motivated, he will move all those fucking cars. Or she. Don't really matter. And the crazy part is, production of these vehicles have ended. There are no more Chrysler 300s, Hellcats. There won't be any more of the infamous Dodge and Chrysler vehicles that you know and love being made this year. So you already know people are going to be scrounging to get whatever they can get, even if it's your vehicle. But again, this is about takeovers, not just Mopars and vehicles that get easily stolen, right? The thing is, if you want to slide in your city, right, have sideshows legally in your city, you as the people have the power. You as the taxpayer, you have to go to your mayor and be like, listen, you're not going to get fucking reelected if we don't get a legal pit somewhere we could actually have fun at. I mean, hell, even bring them statistics. Listen, do you know how much violence is going to go down if you put a legal pit here where people can slide legally? And hell, even put some stipulations on it. They got to prove every car that goes into that pit is theirs, for one. Number 2, they got to have a license. Number 3, you got to pay a fee to get into the pit. Might be $50. It may be $250. But, you know, motherfucker that want to slide, hell yeah, they'll pay it. Legal pits? Bro, it's a new year. We live in a society where you got to have a paper trail. You got to have something backing your name. You got to have a legal means of doing things. Because yes, takeovers, honestly, I think they pretty cool depending on how tasteful they are. Not breaking and entering and shit and destroying property, setting cars on fire. No, nobody with that shit. No. I'm not saying we should end takeovers. We should just end the bad ones. You get what I'm saying? A takeover could be anywhere, right? The middle of a parking lot, out of the way, away from people. Not in a neighborhood where kids, thrive and, drive all across the street with they fucking bikes and shit, ride across the street with they bikes. No. Not neighborhoods, but actual back streets and shit like they used to do in the old days. And besides, the crazy part about all of this, right, is these kids be 15 to 18 years old stealing Hellcats. This is a 707 horsepower beast. Actually, like around 650 to the wheel, but you get what I'm saying. And some of these kids ain't experienced enough to drive 300 horsepower or drive a car at that. So when they wrap it around the pole, now suddenly everybody's sad. Oh, he was a good dude. He played baseball. All the women loved him. No. But this is just a rant. I just had to get this off my checklist for today.